Uh, okay, all right. Good afternoon, team. How are we? Have we had a good week? Um, one second, guys. Just sorting out a few things there. Hi, Dylan. How we doing, guys? How are we doing? Hope everyone's had a fantastic weekend and raring to go. Um, what have we got going on right now? Let me just check, see who's on YouTube. Um, Let's just refresh that page. Hi Anna, hi Simon, hi Vic, uh, and who've we got on TikTok? Josh, Dylan, Emmanuel, Trolley Happy, welcome back. Nice to see you. Okay, so it is Monday. I'm never a huge trader on a Monday, but let's just take a look at what's happening with gold right now. We're sat in a consolidation, sat in a range. Uh, I kind of see this as an opportunity to get short if we close below this area here. Um, or we might have an opportunity to take a range trade if we get a bullish candle close here on the 15. But we've got 6 minutes to wait. Comics is coming in, so potentially we could look at an opportunity for longs if we get a bullish candle close. If we don't get a bullish candle close, then we're just going to sit on the sidelines. So we're going to put, let's just start putting this up. So we're going to look for sells below 3635.8. Now, Robo Peanut, good afternoon. Buys, we could, what have we got? 49. Yeah, we've got about 30, 25 pips. So there's potential for buys here, but in all honesty, I'd be more preferring of buying if we can reject this area down here. Um, How was everyone's weekend? Did you have a good weekend? Marek, good afternoon. If you're new to this live stream, guys, by the way, I'm a price action trader just focusing on three markets. That's gold, DAX, and NASDAQ. DAX predominantly in the European session, and through the US session, we look at gold and NASDAQ. Now, some things to bear in mind. How many of you right now are new to trading? If you're new to trading, drop a yes in the chat. If you've been trading for 6 months or longer, just put a 6 in the chat. Fortunas is Sylvester's new. Fortunas is been trading for 6 months or longer. Okay, fantastic. So we've got a mixed base. I know everyone on YouTube has been here predominantly a lot longer because most of them are members. Fortuna's been trading 4 years. What style of trading would you put yourself down as? Are you a day trader? Are you swing trader? Are you scalper? What was your style? Now, just to give you an insight, I don't know if you've been to this channel before. I'm a low frequency day trader. What does that mean? I am looking for effectively one decent setup, maybe two in a session, and that's it. So I'm very, very disciplined. I'll sit here, I'll wait for the opportunity, and then I'm scaling out relatively quick. Why? Because liquidity trader. Okay. It's not something that I would say that I trade. I know what you're referring to. ICT, smart money concepts. I don't talk about that here, but I understand it. You'll find some of the areas that I'm interested in will marry up with some of your fair value gap ideas, but yeah, I'm just a price action trader, so don't look at any of that. Not that I don't believe it doesn't work, it's just I don't do it, and therefore I don't need to talk about it. So yeah, potential buys above here, buys above 3646.2. Oops, don't mean to do that. What's going on with it? One sec. Right, 3646.2, and now what we're going to look for is any potential news that might um, thoughts for the sells on the DAX. Let's have a look. Um, yeah, Simon, looks good. I'd probably be more inclined to look at the 30, but yeah, they're both going to cancel at the same time, close at the same time. So the 15 and the 30 will close at the same time. Opportunity would be, let's just start with a higher time frame first before. Yeah, it's coming to a nice daily zone as well. Let's get rid of all this. Uh, daily structure, next daily structure, drop down to the 4 hour, 4 hour support. We're just going to adjust the 4 hour highs to accommodate with um one, one second, guys. So I'll speak in a bit. Right, now let's take a look at the hourly. Now, does everyone understand any USA figures today? To be fair, I've not had a look, but let's have Forex factor. I'm only just looking at the charts, really. Gold trader, good afternoon. So yeah, there's nothing today. Nothing, no major news anyway. It's just uh, first major news comes tomorrow at 1:30. Core retail sales, Tuesday, 16th of September. So so yeah, that's it. Nothing today. Okay, so looking at the DAX, just for those of you that don't understand why I've drawn support and resistance at those levels and why I'm adjusting it, um, we've got buyer candle followed by seller candle using the close of the body, high closing price here for the resistance level, seller candle followed by buyer candle, and then a level drawn in here. Now, what I do is as I drop down the time frames, I start to adjust those levels. Now, the levels that are important to me are the ones where I've got clear candle space. So if I look below here and go, if I want to sell below 23,680, how much have I got down here? I've got 23,650, so I've got 30 pips available. So that's okay based on that zone. But the best one for me right now, just looking at this, would be here up into this area. We've got 170 points. But I keep dropping down the time frames, looking for clarity to see where I can see the best opportunity to take trades. Now, I would do a slight adjustment here based on the hourly. Structure comes up into this price point. We have um, support level here, and if we get below there, I can see clean candle space down to the next support level just in here. 46, so we've got 40, we've got about 66 points available to the downside, so that works well. And we've got plenty of room to the upside, so let's drop to the 30-minute chart. Well, 30-minute chart, as we can see, we've got price that has just rejected this resistance level. So it would be, I wouldn't take it as a range trade because I've only got, would you, yeah, you can trade it as a range trade, but it's gone if you were looking at that trade now because we've had the seller candle, but we didn't get a wick up. Looking at the 15, if you wanted to trade it, by all means, it was a technical setup. Um, according to one of the members, was looking to trade it. So I don't know if you hit T1 or break even there, Simon, taking it underneath. You might have just got break even on the basis 15 pips. But yeah, I'm gonna sit tight on this one. I'm gonna wait for either price to break below here or get above 23,871. So I'm gonna look for longs, buys above 23,872. I'm going to leave the cells off, even though we can look for cells below here. I'll put it on, but I'm not that interested. Cells below 23,723 or 724. Okay. No major news that's going to affect this market today. oops, can't spell, no major news. So, or no scheduled news anyway. Let's take a look at gold. Okay, so unfortunately, this is what I was referring to. If this candle had closed bullish, then we could have looked for opportunities. But now what's happened is we've got a bullish candle in the process when we've rejected this support level here. So I've got to wait 15 minutes for this candle to close. If it closes bullish and we get a wick down, we can take a range trade because we have 49 pips available. Okay, so depending how this candle closes, as long as we have 30 pips available on the range, I will look for opportunities to get long. Okay. Hi Trish, how you doing? How was everyone's weekend? So essentially, right now, opportunity is range trade here, but we've got to wait for this candle to close. So waiting for this candle to close before I do anything. Okay, so my missus has just landed, so I'm waiting for instructions when to get a cab sent over. Um, okay, so again, no major news here, or no scheduled news. So the only thing that will give this volatility will be any kind of presidential remarks from our beloved Mr. Trump. And then the other thing would be any geopolitical tensions that may arise that will give the markets some swing. And then the next sort of timing that will get a swing will be around 2:30, which is in about an hour's time when the New York Stock Exchange opens. Now, Monday traditionally is a day where I generally don't trade, or at least very little. And I will always wait until US Open, pre-US Open, to get involved. And the reason I have that rule is because I always like to see how the market starts to move. Because Sunday it opens, it's been shut for 2 days. Let everything sort of unravel. Wait for the UK, European cash to hit the market, and then see what happens when the US money hits the market. And that's when I like to really start get involved with gold. So I'm not taking any trades on gold today. I mean, look, if this one just goes, it goes. I just leave it and let it run its course. So yes, the stats that you're seeing on YouTube and TikTok, that's since the 1st of August. We've had what, 21 trades, 15 wins, 1 loss, and 5 break evens. Now, you probably think that's not a lot of trades. Well, it's not. But we also did have 8 days where we were away in August. And then I didn't do live stream on Thursday and Friday of last week. So there's a few days where we've not had any trades. And right now, gold is going to be off my radar as well. Yeah, so that's done. When we're looking at any trades on gold long now in this range, we've come too high into the middle of the range. If you want to take it, guys, by all means, you're more than welcome. The only way that I could no, I was going to say maybe I'd look at a flip entry if it closed a little bit lower and we get 20 pips wick, but we'll see. I'm kind of forecasting and guesstimating when the candle hasn't even closed, so we know we can't do that. We know we NASDQ, let's have a look. I've not marked that one off. So we've got this one marked off now. We know what we're looking for. DAX. DAX has moved lovely for the guys that took that. Have we hit T1? Who took it? Did anyone take it? TP1, well done, guys. Well done. If you see my members in YouTube, they got DAX. 20 pips TP1 for Anna, 20 pips for Simon. Well done, guys. Get those stop losses to break even, and then we'll look for the next opportunity. Fletcher, good afternoon. What it is and how is it created? Um, what are you referring to, bud? So explain to me the definition of liquidity. Okay, so the way that you see a lot of these people from whether it's smart money concepts or whatever, the way they're referring to liquidity is when you see the market drop. And so in this instance, they would be saying right now, this candle has gone up, it's grabbed liquidity, it's taken out the highs, and therefore, as soon as we drop, we're looking for sales or change of structure. Okay, so liquidity is just it's a way of saying supply or demand. Okay, it's when the market continues to break a low or break a high and then reverses. Does that make sense, Fletcher? How is it created? It's just created by an influx of buyers waiting to fill, let's say market makers have got more sell orders sat here, they try and push the market price up, get buyers interested, the market rallies, fills a big sell order, and the market reverses. Does that make sense to you, Fletcher? I mean, listen, when people talk about liquidity and um, there's no real, let's say, definition and highlight of it because what we're saying is if there's a support area here, we want to see the market come down. We want to see the market take out support, and then we're going to look for the market to rally back to the upside. Now, if it keeps going, then it breaks out, and there was obviously no buyers there, so it didn't grab any liquidity. Yeah, so it's these are things that you can say you're looking for it to do, and if it does what you expect it to do, or if it does reverse in that area, then you can say it's grab liquidity. If not, then basically sellers were still in control. It's push market lower. So these are all definitions that are used by, let's say, trainers, educators, traders, whatever, uh, to make it sound a little bit more snazzy, I guess. There's ultimately, if you're buying, you want the market to drop into your area, and then I want to see buyers come into the market. So the liquidity pool just means that the buyers have accepted the price and they're pushing it back up. Now more buyers are in. Makes sense, Fletcher? If it makes sense, just let me know. Hardhead, thanks for sharing, much appreciated. Mr. Ben, I would like to learn Forex but need a mentorship. Well, Mr. Ben, you're in the right place. You can see what we do on a daily basis. If you like what we do and you want to be part of a fantastic community, then all you need to do is just jump on my stand store there. You can see the stand store. Click on it, and then you can subscribe to be in our mentorship, and you can join my members and the team, and you would have just caught a nice little trade there. Have we got anyone new on YouTube today? See, realistically, looking at gold now, this is really, really messy. I'm gonna stay away from gold. I need it to break some structure, or I'm gonna trade it from the top of the range, like I was looking at from the bottom of the range, but we didn't get the price action we're looking for. I will never I will never sell at the top. I will never just put a sell limit here or just sell live at the market here or buy live at these prices. Why? Because I always want to see the market participants coming in. So, for example, if I want to sell from up here, I want to see sellers that have actually taken control before I get in. I don't want to just go, oh, well, the market's respected it here, here, and here. So it's bound to do it again and just sell. To me, that doesn't make sense. That's like a lottery. You're just hoping that sellers are going to come here because they've done it previously. I'll never do that. I'll always wait for confirmation. I want to see seller candle come in. I need to see that market participants have come in and they're going to drive it the way that I want it to be driven. Yeah. So Yes, it means that I won't get the huge returns where people who are just selling live at these levels, but they're also going to take a lot more losses. So where we're getting nice high statistics in terms of success rate, well, if you're going to take buys and sells at specific price points, you have to be ready and prepared for more losses and a lower success rate. Yeah, because you're not waiting for as much confirmation. Today was simple: buy the dip, sell out on the rally. There's been nothing for me today, unfortunately. Nothing for me. Pound yen could be interesting. Yeah. Um, we've tapped the 200 area. Had a bit of a surge actually today, going up to 200.75. But I think anywhere back below the 200, um, anywhere below this area, we can start looking for continuations to sell. NASDAQ. Yeah, okay, so NASDAQ, let me just have a quick look at. Obviously, we keep pushing higher into new all-time highs. 4-hour rejection candle here this morning. Look at that. It took out the highs, broke the lows, closed below the lows, and then we've just pushed up and broken the highs again. So I'm looking at that 4-hour candle and think that if we can get a close back below this resistance level, then we can look at this as a potential false break and trade it back down. Had a momentum entry on gold at 8:30. Let's have a look at that. Okay, probably off the 15-minute, right? Here. Yeah, I can see why you did that, Dan. Yeah. So yeah, I think right now, based on gold, if we got a 15-minute seller candle, next candle to wick up, we could sell the lows, but you've got 15 minutes to wait. 15 minutes to wait. If, in all honesty, guys, I really don't think I'm going to get a trade today. I don't think I'll be placing anything. Um, uh, yeah, the only trade I can see me taking today, I'm not going to be around for too long today. I've got quite a busy day, unfortunately, guys. Apologies, I was late to the live stream. I'm going to have to jump off about just after 2 o'clock, and it's going to be my day done, really. But if you do, I'll draw the setup. If we get this, this is something that I would consider trading. Oops, wrong one. Okay, so if we got a candle to test like this, then the next candle came down and was a seller candle. God, you gotta hate. So, gotta hate my drawing skills. I do apologize. So we're like that. So it looks something like this one here, but here, so you've had a bullish candle close above, then a bearish candle where it closed back below the 36.46 level. If the next candle goes up, grab some liquidity. I'll put a sell stop underneath the bearish candle, and then we're looking for that to happen. And obviously that's a seller candle. Does that make sense? So that's how I would look to trade my false break. I just bring the rules on so you can see it. False break short. Let's hope it works. And you just can absolutely read what's going to happen. False break short. Try again. Oh, PC. Does anyone else have issues like this with TradingView? Ah, there we go. So that would be the rules for false break short. Now you can see gold's just popped through that level. Now we've still got 12 minutes to wait for it to close, so I wouldn't make any decisions. This level here that we were looking at, well, if we were going to trade long on a breakout above here, well, we can't do that now because we're too close to this level. So yeah, only options we've got 49. Only options that are available now would be a breakout above 49.70 or a false break below 36.46. Does that make sense, guys? Let me know if that makes sense. Tusif, thank you for the follow, much appreciated. Yeah, like I'm saying, if you are new to this channel, guys, don't expect me to be taking loads of trades, okay? I'm not a high frequency trader. I look for particular setups and it has to be meticulous. If it is, then there's no emotions. We just place the trade and we manage it accordingly. Hi, Callum, how you doing, mate? Dope, thank you for the follow. Now, we're popping again. What's gold up on the day now? About $4, $5, $6. Okay, so it doesn't look like a false break will be coming, but what we can look for is, ah, shit, I know what I've not done. One second, guys, bear with me. Sorry about that. You know when you've all of a sudden just remembered you've left something on, so apologies. Just had a little panic about that. Hi, Gary. Hi, B. Yeah, so as I was saying, we are. Ooh, even that one's going now. Yeah. No. Yeah, no, we've got no long trade now, even on gold. The range is too small, so we're gonna get rid of this now. It's no longer. Oh, hold on. 9 minutes. We'll see how it closes in the next 9 minutes, but I think we can forget this one pretty much now. Now the beauty is with those two candles, do you know what those two candles have done? What have these two candles done for us? I don't know if Taj is in here today, but one of our members, Taj, has just had a nice payout from his prop firm. He's just got, what did he get? I think it was $8,830.40. So congratulations to Taj. Don't know if you're in. If you're in today, congratulations, mate. $8,830. Just following nice, simple rules, guys. Simple rules. no emotions, just follow it. Any questions, guys? If you've got any questions, fire them in while we're waiting for the candle to close. Yeah, exactly, Vic. Exactly, Dan. Exactly, Anna. These two candles have created nice clear space or clear range for us to trade into if we get a rejection. So if we get a rejection here, let's say the next candle pops up and then we get a false break of this level. We've got two huge candles, big bodies, big momentum bodies that we can trade into, and therefore it makes us hitting our targets a lot easier. What we don't want to trade into is crappy little candles like this where you see small bodies and wicks to the upside and wicks to the downside. Really, really doesn't help. Okay, it makes trading conditions or trading very, very difficult. If you're trying to break through those small congested zones, you're just gonna, it's like winning the lottery. Okay, you're trading into structure that you don't know how it's you don't know what's gonna happen. So I'd rather these big candles happen. Once they've happened, then we can make a decision. We can trade with that direction or against it, depending on the next um, market movement. Uh, yeah, so I'm here most days 1 o'clock. If you are new to the stream, guys, I'm here most days 1 o'clock. This is a shop window. As I say, it's I'm here for anyone to help learn a simple set of rules. But if you are wanting to be part of a traders community, yeah, I do have a trading community that you can be part of. You can find that link is in the bio. So it's just Mark Owen Concepts on the stand store. There is, yes, we do have a new launch offer at the minute. And the launch offer, you can see if you go on the stand store concepts for new members. Um, Click the top one, you'll see there's 71% off an annual subscription at the minute, and that is purely for any new member right now. Promotion rebrand, relaunch as Mark Owen Concepts. So if you're interested, now is the time. There's no better time to get involved in our community for literally cheap as chips, guys. Really, really cheap as chips. Um, uh, Sylvester, thanks for the follow. Yeah, so guys, we just gotta wait. Gotta wait. This is the hard bit about trading, right? It's just sitting on the sidelines and waiting patiently for the market to come to you. And where do most people go wrong? Most people go wrong when they get impatient, they feel like they've got to make money. Unfortunately, when you feel like you've got to make money, it leads you to do certain things, which is listen to that little voice, the one that talks to you, say, "Right, got to trade, got to trade. Oh, I'm gonna miss this. It's gonna keep going." And the more you listen to that little voice or your subconscious, the more you're going to do irrational emotional things. And when you do irrational emotional things in trading, it becomes very, very expensive. So if you want to learn and develop the skill set to become a better trader, master of your emotions, follow a simple set of rules, then click on that standstill concept. There is a 71% discount on the annual membership right now. I'm looking forward to the 2-day course this weekend here in London. I think we're full now for the course. Maybe one space left, but we're pretty much full. But if you are interested and you are in the London area and you want to join us on Saturday and Sunday, then it is going to be in Central. Um, you can DM me if you're interested, 2-day day trading course, how to master price action, the setups, 4 simple strategies, and I call them strategies, um, but it's just price action. It's a set of rules to follow for a particular setup. I don't like saying strategy because ultimately people go, "Oh, what's the name of that strategy? And what strategy is that?" It's just like a flow. It's an if done process. Okay. Um, might pop down for a drink after you finish. Hey, nice one, Vic. Yeah, it'd be nice to see you, bud. Be nice to see you. Pop in anytime. You know where we'll be. Good afternoon, Mukhtar. Thanks for the follow. Um, so guys, what would you say is your biggest challenge when it comes to trading? What's your biggest challenge? And this goes to anyone that's new, experienced, never started. You know, what is your everyone's challenges are different at different stages. So whether you're new, whether you're experienced, or whether you're somewhere in between, you're all going to have challenges. They're just going to be different levels. It's like they always say, um, when you're earning £50,000 a year, you have £50,000 a year challenges. When you're earning £200,000 a year, you have £200,000 a year challenges. When you're earning a million plus a year, you have a million plus a year challenges. They're all challenges to that individual just in their environment. It's just a different problem on a different scale, probably a bit bigger, but um, this holding my winners. Okay, so my question to you is, and this is why it gets interesting. How do we know what our winner is, and how do we know how far it's going to go? We don't. Okay, we have no idea how far it's going to go, and there will always be a better way of managing the trade when it comes to a winner, right? So let's just say today we were long. I don't know. Let's just have a look at this. We'll go to gold. Let's just say we went long down here on the break of this high. Well, if we went long on the break of this high, let's just say you set yourself a norm, you do a 20 pip target. Well, it smashed that. Then let's just say you did a structural target. Well, it smashed that. Then you go, oh, well, maybe what I need to do is I set a 100 pip target. Well, the next time you place a trade, it doesn't do 100 pips. It doesn't even do 10 pips. It goes 8 pips and then reverses. And then it does the same thing. And then it does the same thing. So the whole point of having a mechanical process to follow is that when it comes to trading decisions, we don't know whether the market's going to shoot off in a linear direction like a rocket, or if it's going to go zigzag and pop through our targets or not quite get there in reverse. So that the whole point is when you're trading, you want a set of rules that you can follow and you can adhere to manage the trade, exit the trade, and place the trade. This way, we don't care if the winner goes 500 pips or it does 20 pips. We know that if we use the same process every trade, we're going to get a positive outcome. So don't be too worried about holding your winners. What about your losses? What do you do with your losses? Do you cut your losses early? Do you let your losses do a full loss? How do you manage those? Remember, if you can, let's say you lose 40% of your trades, and just for round numbers, let's say those 40% are all £100 a trade. So you lose $400 every 10 trades. If you could reduce your losses by 50%, you just saved $200. So that $200 goes into your P&L. So you've just banked another 2% by being able to reduce your losses. Now, reducing your losses can be down to trade management. It can be down to um, price action. It could be absolutely anything, but if you have a set of rules that you can adhere to and you know that you can reduce risk, where you close half off if something else if something happens, then you close it all off if something else happens. This is how you're going to get the best results and the best returns. Um, what the members saying, didn't me Nas flip would have been good. Oh, Not for me, Simon. Yeah, it would have been good, but I wouldn't have taken it. Hourly, yeah, look at that. I mean, it's not for me, but 30-minute, I can see why you're saying it, but there was only like 14 pips available on that wick, so I wouldn't have taken it. Um, Now, the other thing we can't do here as well is because of how this candle's closed, you can't go long above here because there's only 18 pips. Or you can if you want, but my rules won't allow me. Okay, Flickr FX, thanks for the follow. So the DAX was the cleanest trade that I think you've called, Simon. I like the DAX on the 15. Looked quite nice. Seller candle, took out the highs, then closed below the lows. You could have taken an early entry, taking the outside candles, it broke the lows. Um, and for me, if I was in that trade, I'd have closed it all right now in this area. Mm, Kiki, how are we doing? I think if you got a 15-minute bullish candle hit, oh, let's have a look. Yeah, we're still bullish on the day. I think very much like gold. If you've got a 15-minute bullish candle here and then a wick down, you could buy the highs, but you've got to wait at least what 11. So you've got 10 minutes for this candle to close. So if this one doesn't close bullish, you wait for the next one to close bullish. So that would be another 50 minutes. That's 25 minutes. Then you've got to wait for a wick down and then buy the highs. So you're talking what, 27 minutes before there's a potential opportunity on the DAX if it sets up. I will be here for about another 5 minutes and then I have to go today, unfortunately, guys. Um, there's nothing really jumping out at me. But I will be back tomorrow at 1 o'clock. So yeah, gold trader part time. I'm not a big fan of Mondays. Um, I've got alerts set should anything set up, but I'm not really bothered today. I'm literally just showing face. We had one trade on the DAX this morning. Um, and that's when I was with one of my members, this BPC trade here. So we took this long, got about 20 got 18 pips out of it, and then stopped at break even. Yeah, so I need this one to close bearish. If this one closes bearish, then we get a wick up. You can sell the low of this candle. But I have to leave before that will happen, unfortunately. I need to go in about 5 minutes, 4 or 5 minutes. So just before I shut off today, how many of you will be around tomorrow? If you're around tomorrow, we can be on at 1 o'clock. Let me know if you want to join me at 1 o'clock tomorrow. Just put a yes in the chat, guys. Gandalf's yes. Fox Trades, yes. Manhunter, yes. So yeah, we'll go live at 1 o'clock tomorrow. Peanut, yes. Info, insightful, yes. DG Muene, yes. Anchor, yes. Okay, perfect. All right, there's enough yeses there to, make sure I come back tomorrow. All right, guys. Well, listen, I'm gonna watch this one, guys. If you take this, if it sets up, let me know how you get on. So you want to, let me make sure you're clear. You want to see a seller candle form. You've got all this candle clear space to trade into. If it closes bearish like this, the next candle you want it to push up. It can take out the highs, it can go above the highs, I don't mind. You want it to go up. Once it goes up, you can place a sell stop underneath the low of this candle. If you don't want to trade it, but you just want to see how the system works, then just watch. So sell a candle, next candle to wick up, then sell the low of this candle. No, we didn't get long. It didn't give me a setup. I wanted a bullish candle close to then trade, but the candle was too big for me to take a trade. So we've not placed any trades today, guys. No trades today. I'd be interested in sells if we get a bearish candle close like this and the next candle pushes up towards the highs. Okay? Now, I am sorry, like I said, guys, I do have to go. But I will be back tomorrow at 1 o'clock. So if you want to join me tomorrow, make a note, 1 o'clock UK time. So that's 70 minutes ago. Um, I'll be on. Okay, guys, have a great afternoon, and I'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow at 1 o'clock UK time. Bye bye.